here with Kentucky Sass, and it has been a hot minute. I've had some little issues, and I will just give you a little life update, then we'll get right into the stitching and finishes because I do have some. And as you guys all know, I'm a carekeeper for my mother and my son, and they are both okay. They're both doing good. My mom has been in the hospital, out of the hospital. She had cellulitis and sepsis. And then I did have two brothers that passed away the last 2 years, so that's been rough. But the hardest thing for me was I lost my little baby, Bella, and that has been really awful. I miss her all the time. She was my buddy. She sat right by me when I stitched, and she was a Yorkie Poo. She was 14 years old, and she was just the best. And I have not gotten another dog. I don't know if I'm going to. My husband keeps telling me, you know, I can't replace her because I'm not really getting her. So right now I'm just not doing anything with that. But I have been stitching, and life here is good. I mean, it's raining out today, a little misty and raining. But I really like the misty, rainy days, so that's all a good thing for me. And my husband and I are going downtown Cincinnati today, and we're going to the Moorline Logger House for lunch, so that'll be big fun. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to go up to Keepsakes here when I finish this. So, and I'm wearing, I know it's past St. Patrick's Day, but come on, I only get to wear this shirt a couple times a year. So here I'm supporting Kissing Irish People, drinking with Irish people, even though I'm Scottish, and I'm not really sure how we feel about these Irish people, but I was Irish for the 17th, and I'll be Irish today. I would be sporting Kentucky blue, but as you know, it's not been a good year for us. Never since, I think, 1982 have we ever gone out in the first round. So when they say Irish eyes are crying, what they really mean is the whole state of Kentucky is crying. So just support your Kentucky neighbors, call them, check on them. They are not doing good. I can promise you this, they are not doing good. But we will not talk about that anymore. So I want to show you a couple of things. As you can probably tell, I'm actually in my kitchen right now. So this is my Mama's Hoosier table, and I love it. She got this in Sassafras, Kentucky before I was even born. So it went to my mom, my stepfather, and I wiggled it out of Kentucky, and it is now here with me in Ohio. But I love this, and I wanted to let you know, this was my first unicorn piece. I hope you can see that. This is Easter Parade by Blackberry, stitched with the called for colors. It is on a 32 count Lagana white tee. The only thing I omitted, because I just thought it made it a little too busy, I didn't put the eyelet stitches inside of the rabbit. But I love that piece. This piece, as y'all know, I love pigs. So this is a Stacy Nash piece that I did, and I love it. I keep it out here all year. This, I really don't remember who this is, but I just did one of the pieces they had in there, and I had this pink fabric, and I love it. And so I have that. Then I have my little tiered tray with just, you know, some little Easter things. So there's that. I finished Stacy Nash's Primrose. Now, this piece is 36 count Havana, Weeks Dye Works, called for colors, but on the design piece that was finished, the rabbit the rabbit was a different color. It was not the parchment. So I liked a darker rabbit, and what I did is I bought antiquing spray, and I sprayed it and kind of grunged it up, and I am in love with this. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to have it finished into a pillow, because Bella sat right with me the whole time. She was there for every stitch except I think maybe the last day when I finished it. She had already passed. But I'm going to have this finished into a pillow. It was finished into a stand-up. I'm going to have it finished into a pillow so it can stay with me in my stitching. I'm thinking of doing maybe a round pillow with some fabric beside it. Let me know what y'all think about that. But the antiquing spray was wonderful. So that is a finish. I also finished Summer Jubilee. I finished it on gunmetal with the called for colors. It is at my framer, so I don't have it right now. But that was also one of my unicorns. Apparently, every Blackbird design is a unicorn of mine now. I'm in love. I'm thinking next year on WIPGO just doing Blackbird designs because there are so many that I love. So I did finish Summer Jubilee. It is at my framer, and you will be seeing that we ordered a frame, so it may be a bit before you get to see that. I also finished and antiqued this piece, and this goes on, I can't think of, I call them a shoehorn. I know that's wrong, but I antiqued this piece, and it's going to go on whatever that horn thing is that I really don't know. I call it a shoehorn, but y'all know it's like a paddle. So this will go on there, so you'll get to see that soon. And I finished another piece. This was Becky Nolan, Lucy Beam. I finished another piece that's going to go on a little bobbin, and it is a red sampler of a band, and it's going to go on a bobbin. So this and that I should have finished soon because I'm going to finish those. So I've got that. I also did a Halloween piece that is with my finisher. It was called Scaredy Cat, and it was a prairie schooler. And it is just a small one, but it's going to go to hang on my tree, my Halloween tree. I am now working on Harvest Time by Lila Studios. Look at that skirt. I mean, it's a pain in the butt to do, I'm not going to lie, but I do love it. The skirt and the red hair, you know, I have to go with the girl with red hair. So the skirt, the red hair, there's a wagon with a black cat in it. And I am doing it, here it is, Harvest Time. Look at that. I simply love it. So that is what I've been working on. That is one of my WIPGO pieces. And that is on the called for colors and everything. I want to show you that I am doing WIPGO. And I'm marking everything down in my book of days. Here's my WIPGO board so far. I have finished 3. I have got to color in every one. I've always met my goals on each piece. And Autumn Quaker, I went ahead because the numbers that were called, I had 2 hours on Autumn Quaker, and I did start it, but I'm not in love with it. So what I did is I pulled it, I'm going to set it aside. I did my 2 hours so I could cover my WIPGO, but I'm going to replace Autumn Quaker on my WIPGO board with something different. I'm not sure what. But I've been really happy. I love WIPGO. I mean, I have definitely got 2 of my pieces, 2 of my WIPs completed because I did this. And I'll be working on some more. So if you guys haven't done WIPGO, check out WIPGO 2022 on Facebook. It is lovely. And I really am liking the book of days because I can't even tell you, I write down too, I am listening to books on Audible, and I write down when I finish the books because I can't remember, you know, by the end of the year, I don't know how many books I've listened to. So I have done really, really well with listening to the Audibles. I bet I've finished 20 books. And I also in here, I'm writing down the WIPGO numbers. Even though I keep them on the board, on my WIPGO board, I like writing them in here as well. And I keep that with me. Now, I am getting ready to go next Thursday. I'm very excited. Lisa and I are headed to, it's called the Canyon Inn is where we'll be staying. It's a small retreat with Fancy Works out of Bloomington, Indiana. Diana is the owner, and she's wonderful. Her shop is really cute. They have a lot of silks and a lot of designs. You can look her up. Fancy Works, Bloomington, Indiana, needlework, and she also does mail order. She's very good, really kind, will help you and walk you through it. So if you have any needs, you can check her out as a source for you. But we'll be going to her retreat next Thursday. So what I'm going to do next Thursday is I am going to do a new start for the retreat. And I've ordered my silks, so I will be doing this. It's a blackbird design called Woodland Berries. And it is this piece. And look at this fabric. I got this at Stitch Away or Stitch Con, I can't remember. This is a fat quarter. This is called Marbled Khaki. I think that Woodland Berries is going to be gorgeous. I mean, look at this. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to start this one this year. I'm going to do this. Then I think I'll also, on the Marbled Khaki, I think I will do this blackbird design. And then I think there's a set of 3, so I may look, it's loose feathers, and I may look for the others of this to be able to do, but I am going to do it in all silk. Now I've done a couple of things in silk, but not a lot. The Autumn Quaker, I was doing that in silk, and then I have a Blooming Bouquet that I'm doing in silk, and I really like it. I think it was on Country Stitchers. There is some kind of wax, and I think you just put it on your fingers when you're working with silk. I can't think of the name of the girl who did them or her shop, but if you watch Country Stitchers, it was on there. So they saw that at the National Market. So I think I'm going to try to go back and look at that and get that, order me some of that to work with. A couple of things I want to show you. This is the sweetest little book. Now, I have made needle books, but I'm not a seamstress, I'm a stitcher. My friend, Shelly Thurston Fry, has an Etsy shop. Let me see if I can see what her name is on Etsy. Craft Goods. It's small town craft goods. And this is just the sweetest little needle book. And I don't know about you, but what I find is I get a hobgoblin of needles, and I don't know what size they are. With this harvest time, I have to check with Susan because I bought the needles and she said these are my favorite needles. I got those at Keepsakes, where I'm going in a minute, and I'm going to get some more. They've got a sharper end instead of the blunter end. It is perfect on either 40 count, even on the 32, which is bigger, but definitely the 40 count, and I'm definitely going to get some of those needles. I'll show you those to you next time. But look up Small Town Craft Goods, Shelly Fry. She has the cutest little things, and it's not just for cross stitch, but I just thought this is the sweetest little book. So I got that, and now for my piece de gras. My lovely friend Lisa Manton, Mrs. Manton of Stitching the Dream, has started her own frame shop. It's in her basement, and she is amazing. I mean, the woman built a desk with cubby holes, like nothing like I've ever seen. Lisa has one of those minds. She's like Katie Glass. They can figure it out. They can get to it. They are, I don't know what kind of, I may not even have a brain, but their brain works, and it goes right to the technical detailed stuff. This is like one of my favorite pieces. This is Becky Nolan. It's a Lucy Beam. This was a kit that I ordered from her, and several people did it, and it's called Christ the Boat is Keeping. I love this piece. Love it, love it. Lisa finished it. She is Lisa Manton, and her shop is L&M Framing. And I will have some of her business cards. She didn't have them when she finished this for me, but I will have some of those next time. I've got the museum glass in here. I'm just going to show you the back, how beautiful. And she even puts like the little things so they don't ruin your wall on the back. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, this is, and I want to give credit to, this is Emily Bestwick. She did this in 1874. I can't even imagine. Like, I had a hard time in 2021. And she did this in 1874. I don't even know how they got their silk, where they got their floss. I know nothing. But I love this piece. I'm going to hang this in my stitching room. So you guys will be able to see that. I'll get some of Lisa's cards. I may have a little snippet from her when we're at Fancy Works, because she's going to be my driver. And Lord knows I need a driver, because I think my car sometimes is on autopilot. Because I get home and I'm like, wow, did I really drive home? Because I don't remember leaving work. But anyway, I digress. So I hope you guys are doing great. I want to ask you, please, to pray for Ukraine. Pray for the world, because we are in a sad place right now. And I want to challenge you. Be kind. Please be kind. I don't know what happened during COVID. Did we get sick of looking at ourselves in the mirror and just get outside in the world and be ugly? But please be kind. Leave somebody with a smile. That's all you can do right now. Just pray for the world, pray for our country, pray for the Ukrainian people. I know I have a friend whose daughter-in-law was in Ukraine with her children, with her mother and dad and her children, the daughter-in-law's children. And I guess the dad just had a breakdown at the train station. The girl was able to get on the train with her children and her mother. They rode 14 hours on a train. Then the mother was going back to Ukraine to be with the dad, because she didn't want to leave him alone. But who knows? I mean, I don't know where the dad was. I hope he was there and alive when the mother got back. Can you imagine? That would be the last time you saw your family? And in such circumstances. Unbelievable cruelty to humans. Unbelievable cruelty. How that person goes to bed at night, I don't know. But I won't belabor that point. But anyway, just be kind to each other, please. That's my challenge to you. I hope you're doing great. You'll see me again soon. And I hope you have a great day, and happy stitching, everyone.